episode of the Infowars News Blitz. Cruz gets all Colorado delegates. Roger Stone says Schlafly mugging was Cruz campaign's doing, and a Russian aircraft buzzes U.S. Navy destroyer. That and a lot more, so stay tuned. For the week of April the 11th, 2016, this is the first article of the year. It is an article written by Adele Stokes. The title is called Colorado Delegates Never Trump Tweet Pledges Investigation. Basically, the actual original, was basically no primary, no caucus. Cruz with all 32 delegates. And folks, this is what happened in Colorado, and people are now starting to speak out about it. This was linked by JudgeReport.com as well as Infowars.com, so I'll just get right into it. Right here. It says, moment after announcing that Ted Cruz swept all 34 delegates at the California convention Saturday at the state party, tweeted, "We did it, never Trump." Within minutes, that had been deleted. Steve House, the Colorado GOP chairman, instead of his staff, had nothing to do with the tweet and is now investigating. "There is no way we tweeted that," House said. Although he acknowledged that the state was pretty responsible. Even it exactly in the intensity of cyberspace for a few minutes, the optics of such a tweet coming from the national aperture of Saturday delegate selection process amidst a hard-fought trench war between Cruz and Donald Trump to secure the Republican nomination, remarking a number of Colorado Republicans. Several GOP operatives were quick to suggest that tweet, which was quickly deleted, was the work of two young Republican operatives at the D/CO, a new former Republican consulting firm that caters on outreach to millennials. The article goes on to say that, in a sense, he was not likely, unlike almost every person in the field, would be papers to be a delegate. And here's a clip about that.
And now, here's the Washington Post. Colorado Republicans cancel presidential vote 2016 caucuses. New York Times, Ted Cruz wins majority of delegates in Colorado. The average person doesn't think, well, wait, I thought there was an election. Oh, no, now there's just the Republican Central Committee. Let's go back to Drudge, and I'll show you the headline there. Drudge gets it right. No primary, no caucuses. Cruz gets all Colorado delegates, voters not needed. You're not needed. And they get up on TV and they go, every channel, Democrat and Republican leaders, they get up and go, yeah, that was never about votes. What? They even had national TV shows. I put it last week into the conspiracy theorist Alex Jones. They had a CIA operative named Buck Sexton on MSNBC going, don't listen to Alex Jones, he's a conspiracy theorist, when talking about how they're canceling the election. And they don't even tell the viewers he's an active CIA officer.
All right, thank you. Now, folks, Roger Stone already said that there's going to be a big steal in California, still here, and then in Louisiana, which has already happened already. I mean, this is all happening now. They're stealing it from Trump, and they're going to pull out every dirty trick to keep him away from that nomination. So we need to support him as much as possible. Because basically, if either Cruz gets in, he'll give it to Hillary. And basically, I don't even need to know what's going to happen. We're going to be in a lot of deep you-know-what if that happens. But enough about that. Here's an article written by Kit Daniels. The title is called Roger Stone, Cruz Campaign Behind Mugging of Phyllis Schlafly. This plot has been targeted to reach all the way to the top level of the Cruz campaign, he said. Ted Cruz campaign is behind the attempt to oust conservative icon Phyllis Schlafly from Eagle Forum she founded in 1972, according to GOP insider Roger Stone. 6 Eagle Forum representatives supporting Cruz are attempting to remove Schlafly, 91, as the CEO and board chairman of her conservative operation after she endorsed Donald Trump for president. And Stone revealed the Cruz supporters aren't acting alone. It was a hijack by gangs of goons, and as it will be proven very shortly, this plot triggered targeting Phyllis reaches all the way to the top level of the Cruz campaign, he said Tuesday on the Alex Jones show. It is not surprising we've seen tactics from Cruz bots before, he added. We can't forget the way they planted the story on CNN that Dr. Ben Carson was getting out of the race, and then they contacted a pre-identified list of Cruz supporters, thousands of them, and told them CNN just reported Ben Carson is getting out. Sorry folks if I got his name wrong the first time. Out. So don't throw your vote away. So don't throw your vote. Vote for Ted Cruz. Stone, once a top-level political operative for Nixon, said Cruz's whitewashing of Carson scandal reminded him of Nixon. I goes on to say that here is a woman who is one of the most respected conservatives in America, who has been known for decades and fundamentally fought to preserve the values of family, God, religion, and our culture, to have conservative values and small government, and she brought those women on the Eagle Forum or turn against her. Just politics, he said Tuesday on the Alex Jones show. Well, basically, folks, I'm gonna start right here, folks. Here's the clip about that also.
Phyllis Schlafly, the oldest living true patriot conservative of this country, been coming on my show 20 years. She had them try to take over her bank account and her whole organization, Eagle Forum, that gets true patriots elected, and shut her down. And it was reportedly a bunch of Cruz operatives, including her own daughter. But the bank wouldn't go along with it, and now reportedly there's criminal investigations. Folks, this is a new level. We've never seen theft like this of an election. Roger Stone joins us to announce a new website, a new move. He announced 2 weeks ago here first.
Alright, thank you. You see, folks, you see how fast these people are coming, folks? They're not screwing around, people. They're not joking around. They're coming, folks. They are actually really coming, and we need to basically support people like Schlafly and Trump. I mean, it's her choice if she wants to support Trump or not, but that's not the only thing that worries me. When Alex Jones said Tuesday that basically her own daughter was a part of this too, it just goes to show you the quote unquote length the establishment would go to basically crush Trump. And I'm gonna leave it at that. However, this is the last article today here, and it's an article written by the United States Europe Command, and it is titled U.S. Navy Ship Encounters Aggressive Russian Aircraft in the Baltic Sea. U.S. officials are using excessive diplomacy to address their contentions. A U.S. destroyer operated in the international waters in the Baltic Sea experienced several close encounters by Russian aircraft on April 11 and 12. The USS Donald Cook, DDG-75, encountered multiple aggressive flight maneuvers by Russian aircraft that were performed with close proximity on the ship, even though the aircraft wasn't armed. On April 11, Donald Cook was conducting a deck land drills with an Allied military helicopter when two Su-24 made numerous close range and low altitude passes at approximately 3 o'clock local on one of the passes, which occurs while the Allied helicopter was filling in the deck of Donald Cook, which deemed unsafe by the ship's commanding officer. As a safe precaution, flight operations were suspended until the Su-24 departed the sea. And the same thing happened again. The article goes on to say that we are deep concerned that the unsafe and unprofessional Russian flight maneuvers, these actions have potential unnecessary escalation tensions between countries and could result in a malfunctioning or accidental that could cause injury or death. To what? To them or to the Russian pilots? I mean, those things were armed. But you can see the tension growing now, folks. It was probably just to let them know that, yeah, we can basically get you and this, that, and the other, so don't mess around with us. Or something on those lines, I don't know. But you can see how much tension that's actually going on here now. The fact that basically we are, we're in dire straits now. If the Russians are doing that, then something must be up. And by the way, what was that, excuse me, almost a tank destroyer. Think about armored warfare, folks. What was that that naval ship doing in the air in the first place? I mean, why was it there? I mean, I understand they were pulling up drills, but why was it there off the coast or something? I mean, they could have did this anywhere that the Soyuz would not be buzzing them like this. But it goes to show you that basic tensions are rising in the Middle East here, and basically, I mean, if we have we have a nuclear war now, we may not practically make it. So that's all my 2 cents I have to put on. That's all my 2 cents I have to say on here, and that's the last article today here. If you'd like me to read about this article, please go to Infowars.com or Blitz.com. Make my hundreds of articles that I have read for you today. This is the Infowars News Blitz. I'm Info Gundam. I'm for Fiend Radio 3. Please like, subscribe, and donate. Bye bye.